Let's take a look at what a very simple cloud bursting scenario might look like. Here we've got the Altair scheduler running on premises in an HPC cluster, and we have configured a cloud queue. You can tag your jobs in a different way if you like, and we're just going to submit workloads that have been benchmarked in the cloud with the correct instances selected for those workloads. So the user submits their job in the normal way. The Altair Cloud Connector is watching that queue and notices that we have cloud jobs pending. If there isn't space on premises to run that job, the Altair Cloud Connector will spin up nodes in the cloud and connect those to the Altair scheduler on premises, and then those jobs will run on the cloud nodes. Once the job has finished, then the Altair Cloud Connector, which is monitoring the cloud instances continuously, will take those instances offline so that you're not paying for anything that you don't need. So very, very simple, potentially done one workload at a time, and enables you to leverage cloud resources without a huge amount of complexity. So what does hybrid cloud look like? Most of our customers have got on-premises clusters that they burst into the cloud, and the first step is to choose the team or workflows to be cloud enabled. The next step is to migrate those workloads and benchmark the cloud resources to make sure that you've got the correct instances. I think I can't stress how important that is. You wouldn't procure hardware to run on premises without benchmarking, and you really shouldn't do really shouldn't use cloud instances without benchmarking in the same way. We had a customer who was using a cloud instance that was very expensive. It was around $250 per hour, and it was a very large, very powerful machine, but it was designed to run very workload intensive websites. It was not designed for HPC workloads, and so it cost a lot of money, and the HPC workloads ran very slowly on that machine. So yeah, very important to make sure that you've got the right hardware for the job. The next task is to allocate budget and set the limits. If you don't have the infrastructure to do that, come and talk to us. We've got tools that let you do that easily. I'll talk to you about that in a moment. You then want to leverage cloud queues or tagging to control access to the cloud, to make sure that only the workloads that have been benchmarked and suitably migrated move to the cloud, and that only the users permitted to run those workloads get access to cloud resources. And finally, you need to set up cloud bursting to auto scale up and down based on the set of simple rules, and we'll look at what those rules are next. So the next part is about setting up the policies or controls. Now, a policy is really no different from a question you ask of the workload. So something simple such as, does the user or team have budget? Is this job cloud enabled? So has it been containerized? Has it been benchmarked in the cloud? What instances should we spin up to run this particular workload? You can also configure your infrastructure so that if there is spare capacity on premises, you can use that spare capacity without spinning up additional resources in the cloud. You can also control regions. So do you want this to run local to your center or local to another team? And also how many of these jobs can run in parallel. That's more about the velocity of spend and controlling the rate at which you can spin up resources. So all of these things are set up so that you can configure them at the click of a button with our cloud bursting products. So if you're interested in setting up some of these controls, come and talk to us. Thank you for listening.